All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. First, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone for being here today. I know your time is really valuable, and truly, I appreciate you guys taking the time to join this presentation with cosmetics. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amanda Lamore. I am Regional Education Manager with Cosmetics. My goal today is to explain and integrate our Step Up to Elite line here for you guys. So excited to just lay that out for you, let you guys get to know Cosmetics Elite a little bit better as well. Really excited to share some valuable insights with you guys today so you can get to know the line a little bit better. Since this is a virtual setting, I want to make this as engaging and interactive as possible. So feel free to drop any questions in the chat, and I'll do my best to address those along the way or at the end if we need to take a little bit of time for Q&A as well. Now let's jump right in. So today we're going to do a little bit of theory over our Cosmetics Elite line. We're also going to view a live demo of our Cosmetics Elite Rejuvenating Facial. We're actually going to be launching our new 2025 Elite treatment manual this week. So really excited to view that new treatment manual, see some new protocols, and the protocol that you guys are going to see today is going to be one of those. So let's go ahead and get right in. So, what is Cosmetics Elite? Cosmetics Elite does feature a higher level of active ingredients to ensure that maximum efficacy without a prescription. So, unlike many professional treatments on the market, prolonged healing and discomfort shouldn't be the price that you pay for healthy, radiant skin. We really like to improve that skin without hindering your lifestyle, and that's a promise that we renew every single day. So, you can think of Cosmetics Elite as that higher line, just a little bit of that step up. It does have a higher concentration of active ingredients like we see here, without a prescription, of course. So getting right into the line, we're going to go through these SKUs kind of category by category. We're going to go ahead and get right into our cleanser options first and do a little bit of comparison here. So getting into our gentle cleanser comparison, we do have a side by side here of your entry level Benefit Clean and that step up Big Sister Gentle Clean. So Gentle Clean is going to be a sulfate-free cleanser. It has some hyaluronic acid in there. It does have that shea butter base as well as your aloe vera, some chamomile, and that patchouli as well in there for a little bit of accelerated wound healing. We love Gentle Clean as a step up to Benefit Clean for those guests who are a little bit more concerned with that redness, vascularity, and sensitivity in the area, as well as that dryness and dehydration. We love Gentle Clean post resurfacing treatment. So that's going to be post any type of metabolic peel, post laser care, post microneedling. Really going to be great to step up into that great option of Gentle Clean. This is going to be that non-active cleanser, of course. It can be used as the initial cleanse. It's great to remove makeup or also great as a treatment cleanse if you need something that is a little bit more gentle. Universal, it can be used on all skin types, of course. This one is going to be a little bit more hydrating, soothing, healing when we do compare it to Benefit Clean. You do have the patchouli essential oil, very anti-inflammatory here. It's going to reduce redness, irritation, and any inflammation that you might be seeing in the area. It's also going to speed up that wound healing process, so that's why we love it post-treatment, post-peel, microneedling, etc. Also really great for anyone who's experiencing sensitivity like eczema and contact dermatitis as well. And this is our like go-to clinical grade treatment for post-care, like I mentioned. So if you're looking to integrate something into that post-care kit and just kind of step up a little bit, you're absolutely able to do that here with Gentle Clean. It is our true gentle cleanser. And then getting a little bit more active here with our exfoliating cleanser, RX Clean. This one's going to be the big sister to your Purity Clean. I'm sure you guys all know and love Purity Clean already. It's a staple in our line, of course, and it's going to be a staple in all protocols that you see with cosmetics. Stepping up to your RX Clean option is just going to give you a little bit more potent kind of worker in the treatment room there. This is going to be a bit more resurfacing. It does have double the amount of lactic there to smooth that uneven surface texture, brighten any unwanted pigment, and also fight those blemishes or congestion in the area. This is a true prep cleanser, so we love to step up to this option as a prep option. Both of these cleansers are available, both Gentle Clean and RX Clean, as a retail and back bar option. So it's going to be able to support that home care maintenance as well as support that back bar as well. RX Clean, really great for that oily acneic skin, anybody who has any type of congestion in the area. Also really great for hyperpigmentation, anyone who's suffering from rough, dry, dehydrated texture. It does have 10% lactic in the area, as well as your glycerin at a clinical level and aloe vera. So very hydrating, but also great for that hyperpigmentation or just any type of uneven complexion in general. This is going to be our most active cleanser, really great treatment cleanser. Of course, step up from Purity Clean, like we mentioned, it is going to have 2 times that lactic acid. Where we can use Purity Clean 2 times a day, we are only going to see RX Clean be able to be used once daily, typically recommending this one to be used PM, just so it is going to be able to kind of have that time overnight. If you're using it in the treatment room, of course, that's going to be totally fine as well. This can be used as an alternative for those 3 steps to prep if we are looking to step up from Purity Clean. I always love to recommend RX Clean just as that step up option from Purity Clean in the treatment room, especially if you're looking into those level 2 plus treatments that can be a little bit more corrective. Typically, your Elite line will support those treatment results both in the prep process and in the post-care process a little bit more thoroughly. Um, like I mentioned here, can be used as a prep for those medical grade treatments, really great prep work for lasers, metabolic peels, as well as those microneedling options. Also really excellent for body work and body care, whether they're dealing with acne, ingrown hairs, keratosis pilaris, really going to be great for all. And then stepping into our toners. I'm actually going to grab my water here, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm dry. Amazing. Okay, getting into our toners. So we have the big sister here to your Benefit Balance option. This is going to be our Surface Revival toner. Surface Revival is a powerhouse 3-in-1 option. This is going to be a toner, serum, and essence all in one. Our highlighting ingredients here are going to be your snow mushroom, your red algae. This one also has your chaga and reishi mushroom just to bring a little bit of balance back to the skin, boost hydration, as well as your 2% niacinamide. So this one's going to be great for dry, dehydrated skin, anyone suffering from uneven skin tone as well as texture, and then those guests with fine lines and wrinkles. So really beautiful product here. This is a universal, non-astringent, hydrating, and nutritious toner option. It can be used on every single client. This is the most hydrating toner out of all of our options, and it's best for assisting with that product penetration. That snow mushroom is really going to help integrate and penetrate those ingredients deeper. It also is going to work a little bit more effectively than your traditional hyaluronic acid option. So it's going to be a little bit more effective at hydrating at those deeper levels. It can also be applied directly to the skin with the hands. Some guests prefer to use a 2x2 or a 4x4, something like that. You can absolutely do that, or you can go in straight with the hands. Just a little bit goes a long way. I always like to integrate this into a home care routine before any type of serum is applied to the skin. It's just going to really create a nice layer of hydration. It's going to really prepare that cell for absorption of that serum. And you really are going to be able to tell that you've used Surface Revival just because it's going to just catalyze those results of anything that you use after it. Like we mentioned, anti-aging toner to plump those fine lines and wrinkles. 3-in-1 toner, serum, and essence. It's a really packed ingredient deck, you guys. And it's really going to create that hydrating barrier prior to all of those other serum applications, even retinol applications for those more sensitive skin types. So I love integrating Surface Revival before my Refine Plus, even Serum 16 and Serum 24. really, really nice option just to boost results in general. I always say the first like 1 to 3 nights of integrating surface revival in, especially with serums like Pep Oxide or Revive and Renew, you are absolutely going to be able to tell that you that you use this in that routine prior to those products. It's just going to boost that hydrating response, that brightening response as well, and it's just going to really prep the cell properly for that absorption. Awesome. And then our mask option, Awakened. This is our gel replenishing mask. We're going to have our hyaluronic acid as well as some gluconolactone here to lock in moisture, as well as gently soften and exfoliate any type of dead cells that might be sitting superficially and impairing that absorption of those ingredients that might be coming next. So this is great for dry skin, anyone with prematurely aging skin, as well as guests with dull, uneven skin tone and texture. You do have your hyaluronic acid, gluconolactone, lingonberry, and your marine algae complex in this formulation. We also have two beautiful prebiotics in this formulation, your Chlorella vulgaris, really going to calm any type of redness and inflammation that they might be seeing. This is a really multifunctional mask when we kind of talk about masks and integrating them into the treatment room. This is available both as your back bar option and a take-home maintenance treatment. Primary focus, of course, is going to be hydration and barrier support. This is going to be a step up from Restore. So kind of same thought process here. Hydration, barrier support, just restoring that sensitive and broken skin barrier. It does have that polyhydroxy acid in the formulation, your gluconolactone. So this can be a bit stimulating for those guests that have a broken barrier. It can feel a little bit warm. Sometimes it can't. They can feel a little bit of a tingle. That is totally to be expected there with that broken barrier. Our hydrating ingredients are just kind of going a little bit deeper and really hydrating that area as well as rebuilding that barrier so that client can feel that, especially if the skin is sensitized. This is totally fine to use post level 1. So post your PHA hydration peel, post your resurface blend enzyme, post your blueberry smoothie, or post your pomegranate peel. Those guests should feel really great. If they do feel a little bit of a warming sensation, that is to be expected, like we mentioned, for those guests who have been a little bit sensitized walking into the treatment room. This one can also be used and integrated with steam if you're looking for something just a little bit more relaxing in the treatment room. Sometimes I like to actually keep one in my skin fridge as well in the treatment room. That way I can apply it cold. So very versatile mask, also able to be integrated with LED. And this one can also be mixed with your pure enzymes for a little bit more hydration as well. So very versatile, also really great post your dermaplane or post microdermabrasion. We're also going to be able to see this one integrated into our live demo today. So I love using Awaken in my treatment room. Like I mentioned, also a really great take-home treatment as well. And then stepping into our elite options for your treatment serums. If you guys know me, you always know that I speak to Pep Oxide. It is like one of my holy grail products from cosmetics. It is just a workhorse both in the treatment room and for preventative home care, pigmentation, and just healing post-care in general. These are our antioxidant firming serum options. Affirm is going to be your little sister, where Pep Oxide is going to be that step up option. Affirm does contain 10 of those antioxidants and peptides, where your Pep Oxide is going to have 16 antioxidants and supportive peptides in there. Really beautiful, potent peptide serum to correct and prevent that visible signs of aging, any unwanted pigmentation, and just boost and plump those fine lines and wrinkles as well. I love integrating this into any routine. I truly believe I can find a place in anyone's routine for Pep Oxide. It is so, so beautiful. Great for age spots, uneven skin tone, fine lines and wrinkles, dryness, loss of hydration. This is really going to be a protect and prevent type treatment. So this one's going to be used, daily. You can use this one AM, PM, however you want to use it. It is just such a beautiful product. It can be cocktailed with other products and boosted with other products. So never be afraid of integrating pepoxide. It is just so, so beautiful. You do have hydrolyzed collagen in this formulation, as well as milk thistle, spin trap, and some other beautiful antioxidants. This is just, like I said, such a beautiful formulation. This is one that I use daily in my routine, especially AM to help boost my vitamin C protection and help boost my SPF coverage. Purpose here, like I mentioned, preventative and corrective for that pigmentation. It can be used as a glide as well in the back bar for your micro needling or nano needling. Just a beautiful formulation. Can be used post-procedure as well to prevent post-inflammatory pigmentation. We typically recommend to wait about 48 hours before applying pepoxide, just so you can get outside of that inflammatory period of 48 hours. And then you can integrate pepoxide into that routine to help protect the skin. I also love integrating pepoxide post laser care. If you're worried about any type of post-inflammatory pigmentation, just a really nice workhorse that is going to help really control those overactive melanocytes in the area. This is also a really nice pregnancy and lactating safe brightening option if your guest is concerned during pregnancy. With that overactive melanocyte in the area, they're absolutely able to integrate this into the routine to suppress those melanocytes and maintain that even tone and texture in the area. We do sometimes get comments on texture. If you're using a little bit too much of pepoxide, it can get a little bit sticky there. That texture is due to the hydrolyzed collagen. It does have quite a high concentration. It's one of the top ingredients in the formulation. We don't use this to try to infuse into the skin. We actually use this collagen option to boost barrier function. It's going to help natural moisture factor and to help also reestablish that hydration to the skin. So really nice there, but you do need just a little bit. All these products are very, very concentrated, so you can absolutely feel free to use just like one pump for face, go down onto the neck as well with that. If you need to add a little bit extra for the décolleté, you can do that for sure. But really beautiful option for both the back bar and your home care. Just cannot say enough good things about your pepoxide. And then Revive and Renew, going to be that step up big sister to your Cell ID. This is your growth factor serum family. So Revive and Renew is going to be that plant-based growth factor serum. It does have milk thistle. It has some Japanese orchid in there. Comfrey snow crocus stem cells are going to work as your really reparative growth factors in this formulation. You also have vitamin E in here, very nourishing, hydrating. This is a really rich cream-like serum. Where we see with Cell ID, it does have a thinner serum-like viscosity. Revive and Renew is going to be great for those guests who are a little bit more dry, sensitized, and compromised. Also, anyone concerned with fine lines and wrinkles, post-procedure healing in general, really going to be a great option here to integrate Revive and Renew and step up into that routine of Elite. So purpose here, of course, growth factors are going to be anti-aging and post-care. This is going to be a bit more moisturizing than Cell ID. It does contain that jojoba and olive oil in that formulation and base. 3 growth factors here instead of the 2 that you see in Cell ID. You are going to have a little bit deeper bit of penetration from that Crocus chrysanthus in this formulation of Revive and Renew than you see in Cell ID. So it's a little bit more better suited for those mature skin types, anyone who's dry, dehydrated, or those guests who have a deeper wrinkle or kind of deeper cause for concern in the area. Like I mentioned, additional growth factor there in that formulation. The Crocus chrysanthus is going to penetrate a little bit deeper down to that dermal layer. It's also going to help accelerate healing in that post-treatment space. So love recommending stepping up to Revive and Renew for your post-care option if your guest is a little bit more mature or if you've gone just a little bit deeper with that treatment in the treatment room. Awesome. And going on to our brightening options. Another one of my favorites. I feel like we see a trend here. I think I have a lot of favorites, you guys. So Simply Brilliant versus your XL Plus. These two formulations are very, very similar. You'll just see a few more packed additions in your XL Plus. These are going to be your brightening serum options. XL Plus does have your LG Retinex plus 10 plant-based brighteners in this formulation to help gently exfoliate, brighten, and even that overall look of hyperpigmentation and tone in the area. This is a really ideal prep for any type of metabolic peel, laser treatment, microneedling session. They can continue to use XL Plus and their retinol up until 2 days before the treatment. So really nice prep work here. Great for hyperpigmentation, dark spots, dull, uneven skin tone. Really great prep for corrective procedures. Like I mentioned, this one does have your 4% LG Retinex, just a really nice supportive dose of that retinol to drive those brighteners a little bit deeper. 4.4% lactic, as well as 1% supportive salicylic acid, your beautiful tyrosinase inhibitors, and then 5% niacinamide to boost that barrier. So this is just a workhorse for home care. Of course, overall purpose is going to be pigmentation. This is the strongest brightener in our cosmetics line, so it's going to be a great treatment prep for corrective procedures like your lasers, metabolic peels. Really great integrating for those higher level treatments. This is a great exfoliating brightener. Like I mentioned, it does have that AHA, BHA base with your salicylic L-lactic. Your LG Retinex, a little bit of retinaldehyde, retinol formulation in there is going to push those brighteners and tyrosinase inhibitors a bit deeper for those guests with deeper level hyperpigmentation. So this is always best suited for guests who are producing an adequate amount of oil in the area, your combo, your oily, your acneic skin types. This can be a little bit flushing and a bit much for those guests who have drier, thinner skin. This is not pregnancy or lactation safe since it does contain that salicylic and LG Retinex feature. And we always like to mention that this one is comparable to that SkinCeutical CE Ferulic, but a little bit more stimulating there. You can typically see a bit of flushing in the area from XL Plus. That is normal. This is a more active serum, deeply corrective, and this one can be used daily to kind of prevent that pigmentation in the area and to help chip away at that pigmentation that they might be seeing as well. And then into our healer, anti-inflammatory option of Reduce, very soothing antioxidant serum. It does have your Tadorol at a high concentration here to help restore that moisture, bring down any type of redness and sensitivity that they might be seeing. Also really great post laser, post peel, just to help support that healing process. Reduce can be used immediately post procedure in any case. Like I mentioned, really great for sensitized, just compromised skin in general to reduce that redness and inflammation. Main concentrations here are going to be of your Tadorol, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, L-bisbolol from your chamomile, and then your Swiss stone pine as well. All very soothing, healing formulations. Main purpose here, it can be used immediately post procedure. This is, like I said, step up from your CPR option, going to be a little bit more concentrated. This is a really, really great option to integrate into that post-care kit if you're looking to step up to something a little bit stronger. This is always our treatment room insurance product in case of adverse reaction. You'll see this in pretty much every protocol under any type of exfoliation step to help reduce that inflammation. The first three letters, RED, that's going to be the primary focus. Reduce, reducing redness. So we really want to eliminate that visible redness. This is also a beautiful product to integrate into that home care routine for any guests who's having that concern of redness and rosacea daily, as well as guests who are in that more of a corrective treatment plan. So you can send this one home with them if they're getting more of corrective treatments like deeper peels, lasers, things like that. Really great to integrate into that routine. This one is a little bit thicker, kind of cream-like. It can act as that moisturizer care as well, or you're able to layer another moisturizer over top. Post 48 hours, one of my favorite things to do is layer your Reduce and your Rescue option post 48 hours to help heal and kind of bring down any type of redness or rosacea that they might be seeing in the area. Beautiful. And then we have just a few more here. Going to talk about our retinol options. We have two here in the Elite line. Your RX Clean retinol resurfacing treatment. This is going to be the highest concentration of retinol that we do have in the cosmetics line. This is going to be for normal combo oily skin. Of course, we're only going to use things like this in PM and our night care regimen. Skincare concerns that we're going to address here are going to be your pigmentation, melasma, sun damage. Guests seeing visible signs of aging are going to want to integrate RefineRx into the routine. If they're seeing cystic, nodular, or hormonal acne, and then deeper line and wrinkles as well. This one does have AGP complex in the formulation, so it's a combo kind of retinoid here, great for anti-aging. Proprietary 1.5% prescription retinol complex in this formulation, so this one is equivalent to your 1.5% prescription retinol. It is a blend of your retinol acetate, and hydroxyproline. It does help accelerate that cell turnover and just support that collagen and elastin synthesis. L-proline, it's a really beautiful amino acid for anti-aging here. Same with your cassia beta glucan, your hyaluronic acid, sodium lactate, and sodium PCA balance out that hydration feature as well. This is going to be the most corrective cosmetics vitamin A treatment that we offer. This is professional only. This cannot be purchased online. This has to be purchased through you, the spa partner. We really believe that integrating RefineRx into a routine needs to always come from the pro first. So make sure you sit down with your guest and you talk through the integration of this. This is the only retinoid that we do have in the cosmetics line that we do not recommend for nightly use. Typically only 2 to 3 times per week for maintenance. We recommend this option. I love this RefineRx at a cadence of 1 active, 2 resting days in between, 1 active, 2 resting days in between. Really, really nice option. And this typically leans into that best option for your tretinoin users. If they're looking to come off of tretinoin and come onto a little bit more balanced formulation that feeds into that healthy microbiome, they can absolutely begin to integrate that RefineRx option into that routine. And then flip-flop on the total other side of the scale here, we do have Serum 24. Serum 24 is our rapid renewal serum. This is going to be more ideal for your sensitive, dry to normal guests. Also used PM only, still going to be great for that uneven skin tone, texture, integrating in for those moderate lines and wrinkles and skin that is thinning with that loss of collagen in the area. You do have 24% LG Retinix in this formulation. It's a beautiful retinoid for anti-aging. It's a microencapsulated formulation that has 0.24% retinol and 2.24% retinaldehyde to help increase that cell turnover. You also have some balanced hydrators in this formulation, sodium hyaluronate, squalane, beautiful humectants and emollients, vitamin E, beautiful antioxidant and emollient. This is going to be the step up, of course, to our best-selling retinol, Serum 16. So if they're looking to step up that ladder, they can absolutely do that by stepping up to Serum 24. This is suitable for even the most sensitive skin types or guests with rosacea as well. This is a beautiful hydrating treatment. It is time-release delivery, and you can gradually build up to nightly use here. I typically like to recommend first integrating into 1 active, 2 resting, and then once they're kind of a little bit more used to the Serum 24 application, you can step into every other night, eventually stepping into nightly use. And then last but not least, your moisturizer option. We have 2 moisturizers in that Elite option line here. We do have your Step Up from Emulsion, which is your X-Age option. X-Age is a beautiful anti-aging moisturizer with AGP complex to help erase those fine lines and wrinkles and really help with that hydration and natural moisture factor as well. Like I mentioned, you do see your AGP retinol complex in this formulation at a very low concentration. It's a supportive ingredient here. This is a true moisturizer with a little bit of that retinol support just to support that anti-aging routine. X-Age is actually meant and formulated to be applied over top of your retinol. So if you're looking, like I said, to integrate a true anti-aging moisturizer into that routine, you can apply your X-Age over top of your Refine Plus, your Refine RX, your Serum 16, your Serum 24. All of those are really beautiful options to boost the effects of that anti-aging routine. You also see your liquid crystal technology featured in this formulation, as well as your spin trap, really closely mimicking that emulsion formulation, just with a little bit more concentrated ingredients here, a little bit more geared towards correction. Um, Beautiful for that anti-aging guest, like we said. PM only due to the AGP complex. It can be used every single night because it does have a very, very low concentration there. This is a true moisturizer. This is the third liquid crystal moisturizer in our line. We have the crystal clear option, stepping up to emulsion, and then finally maxing out your X age. This can be paired with an additional retinol, like I mentioned, due to that low percentage, or you can use it alone for those guests that don't want to purchase a retinol and a moisturizer. Just an easy way to kind of get a little bit of that vitamin A support into their routine. And this is also just great for guests with a main concern of anti-aging. If they're looking for that collagen and elastin support and to support those fine lines and wrinkles, this is a really, really great first step to do that. And then Alt A, our step up from Resync. This is going to be a really beautiful anti-aging moisturizer. This one is a plant-based retinol alternative option, of course, with our bakuchiol in this formulation. This is going to help reduce any visible signs of aging. It's going to really help refine any texture. It's going to help even overall tone and brighten the skin over time. Really great to refine those wrinkles, really great for that hydration factor. You do have your silk tree extract in this formulation, as well as your bakuchiol and ectoin, really balanced hydration, like I mentioned, as well as care for that fine line and wrinkle in the area. This is the most anti-aging option. I'm sorry, this is a more anti-aging option compared to that Resync. It does work a little bit differently there with that retinol alternative in the area. This one is also going to be pregnancy and lactation safe. This one can be used AM and PM since that bakuchiol does not cause any photosensitivity. So really great option, even though it is a little bit richer. Container a little bit different here with these formulations. Both Resync and Alt A does have that 45-day supply in there, use both AM and PM. And this is a perfect pairing. I always like to mention with your bakuchiol complete. So I always like to mention these two together to give that bakuchiol and that ectoin support for guests concerned with that premature anti-aging in general. Really beautiful pairing there, your bakuchiol and your Alt A features. Perfect. And then your post care, which is your relief option. Relief going to be a beautiful, soothing hydrator. This is a water-based gel. It does have your sodium hyaluronate biogel in this formulation. Beautiful to protect that barrier post-treatment. This is amazing for dry, itchy skin, anyone with sensitized or compromised barriers. This is our go-to post-procedure care for any type of procedure that they might be leaning into. Like I mentioned, hyaluronic acid biogel. It also has a beautiful growth factor, your encapsulated oligopeptide 1. And then you also have your Mirabilis jalapa flower to bring down any type of inflammation in that post-treatment process. Great for post-treatment care. It is oil-free as well. It does have that growth factor to boost that healing process and boost that hydration in the area. I always recommend layering, of course, with this one. You can layer with your Cell ID, CPR, or Reboot just to boost that hydration and healing. Of course, continue to echo post-peel moisture care for those leave-on peels as well and those deeper level peels. When we're layering over those peels, I won't be using Relief today. I'll be integrating another moisturizer into the routine. But when you're layering over those leave-on peels, this is going to be a press rather than a rub. If you're working this one a little bit deeper into the skin, you can see a little bit of flaking and pilling by the product there. So just make sure we're pressing into the skin when we get into layering a lot of products on top of each other. That's how Relief is going to work best. It works like a little breathable band-aid there just to help kind of protect the area so the skin can heal itself in that post-care treatment option. Beautiful. And then you have your eye complex, beautiful eye gel. It's going to be the step up from your eye genius. Eye complex is a little bit more unique here. It's great for those crow's feet, anyone with thinning, crepey skin. Also great for dark under eye circles. You're going to have your main base here of bakuchiol, ectoin, and hyaluronic acid. Really great for hydration, just anti-aging in general. Orchid stem cells, that's going to be the same plant-based growth factor that you see in Cell ID. Really great for fine lines and wrinkles, and a beautiful hexapeptide 8 to boost those fine lines and wrinkles as well. This does allow you to offer a retinol-free option for anti-aging into the routine. You can integrate this into the routine AM or PM. This one we typically like to integrate in AM. Bakuchiol is really going to help protect the skin. It's a beautiful antioxidant there. And this one is also a little bit lighter, so it lays beautifully under makeup. It provides a little instant lift there. It has some caffeine in the formulation, and that growth factor provide that instant hydration. I love to give a little bit of a demo with this one as well when I'm speaking to guests, because this one gives a nice little instant lift within 5 minutes of application. So this was a nice little show and tell product, especially into that retail area. All of our eye treatments contain 147 uses per tube, over 147 uses per tube, and that's for both eyes. So really nice, just a dot, not a lot. We like to say with all of our formulations, a little bit goes a long way. They're very, very concentrated. There is a little bit of troubleshooting here with your eye complex. It does have a twist off top here. So the top, you do have to turn it on and off 180 degrees before you replace the cap. If you don't do that, the next time you open it, you're going to squeeze the tube, and some of the product will probably come out into the tube itself. So just make sure it's a nice little connecting moment there with your guest. Just creates a little bit of a moment to educate. Just make sure you're always twisting that cap back off before you replace the cap. Beautiful. And then our last option here, arguably our most popular, of course, OptiCrystal versus Eye Doctor. So our liquid crystal eye treatments. So these are going to be deeply hydrating. They do contain our liquid crystals. These have identical ingredient decks, except for one ingredient, which is your vitamin A support that you see in Eye Doctor. So it's going to make Eye Doctor a little bit more anti-aging here. It's going to be able to do a little bit more work on those fine lines and wrinkles. Really great for dry skin, anyone concerned with thinning in the area and just dryness. Really beautiful product and just extremely effective. You do see AGP complex at a very low concentration here just to support cell turnover and help plump those fine lines and wrinkles. You have your liquid crystal technology that mimics that of OptiCrystal. Spin Trap, beautiful super antioxidant. It works a little bit superiorly to your traditional antioxidant. It actually collects free radical damage that it sees in the area. It spins it up into a nice little dust bunny, and then it redistributes it back out to the cell as breathable oxygen. So it turns the bad to good. It boosts those fine lines and wrinkles in the area because it's carrying new oxygen to them. So overall, just an incredible ingredient, boosting an already incredible formulation. And then you have your copper complex, super anti-aging, just to aid and strengthen those fine lines and wrinkles and that strong collagen elastin that we're trying to build in the area. Really beautiful formulation, like I said. Just a dot, not a lot. If you do use too much, you can see a little bit of milia stimulated in the area. So just a little bit goes a long way. Primary focus here is going to be fine lines and wrinkles. Anyone with thinning skin in the area, primary concern, of course, anti-aging. Like I mentioned, all of our eye treatments do contain over 147 uses per tube, both AM and PM uses. Out of those 147, of course, Eye Doctor containing that retinoid, we are going to continue using PM only. So this one we do typically recommend Eye Doctor. You do sell with an additional. I love retailing Eye Complex for AM use and then Eye Doctor for PM use. That routine just works super, super well together. Also love integrating your OptiCrystal AM, Eye Doctor PM, really whatever they like. Guests typically do like to play with textures, so I like to sell them when I'm going through that kind of retail routine. I do like to sell them on the texture. I like to educate them on the texture, and I like to go through that kind of full experience and process with them. Another really good point here, it does go on translucent. That shimmer in the area does indicate that too much product was used. So like we said at the beginning, just a dot, not a lot. And our liquid crystal line in general is going to be the only products that you see across the cosmetics line that are not vegan friendly. So if you're concerned with anything to do with your treatment room being 100% vegan, the only line that you would need to be removing from your treatment room would be the liquid crystal family of products. So any of those items that do contain your liquid crystal technology. Beautiful, you guys. I see maybe one question. Beautiful. We have a question. Can XL Plus be used to prep before peels? Yes, absolutely it can. That was on one of our slides in there for XL Plus. It can be integrated into that peel prep routine. I especially like to integrate that into that prep routine for those higher level peels, those level 2 and 2 pluses, or for guests that just have deeper level for correction in general. If they have a deeper cause for concern, if they're a little bit more mature or they're already on MD kind of grade correction, XL Plus is a beautiful option to prep. It is your step up to Simply Brilliant, like we mentioned, so you can absolutely begin to integrate that into the prep routine. However, you would need to integrate an additional retinol. XL Plus is your prep vitamin C. You would need to integrate your Refine, Refine Plus, Refine RX, or Define as the actual vitamin A treatment. XL Plus is your vitamin C treatment. Beautiful. We have another question. Will Awaken tame pure enzymes, especially the redness? Yes, you can actually either cocktail or layer your pure enzymes and Awaken options. I typically go straight for that cocktailing option there. Just go ahead and cocktail pure enzymes with your Awaken. You can do this with Awaken. You can do this with your detox mask as well to mitigate that redness. But yes, absolutely. It'll increase hydration and mitigate a bit of the redness. But if you're really looking to bring down the redness, I would choose detox. Detox is going to be the main option to bring down redness. Awaken does absolutely bring down the redness as well, but it's going to boost hydration more than anything. But great question. Beautiful. And then, can you repeat why Refiner X cannot be used nightly? Of course, it's a bit too high in concentration there. It's actually equivalent to your 1.5% prescriptive retinoid. Those guests that are using like a 1%, you can absolutely integrate the 1% nightly. That would be our Refine Plus, but we typically don't recommend anything over a 1% to be used nightly. So Refiner X is either going to be used as that kind of mini peel in that routine, or you're going to be able to use it, like I said, into that routine, like one active night, two resting, one active, two resting in between. And those guests, honestly, that are using Refine RX typically have a very, very thickened skin disposition as well. So it's definitely a very specific guest that you're having on Refine RX. So I'm actually going to go ahead. We're all set up for our demo as well. I'm going to go right into our Elite Rejuvenating Facial. I'm going to give you guys about 1 to 2 minutes if you want to grab water, use the restroom, and then we'll come back and we will be all set up for our facial treatment. Um, I see another question. Will you please send everyone the recording via email? You actually will be able to view this on our education portal, typically able to view within the week. So go ahead and check on the education portal within the week so you can see the recording from this. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to mute myself for just a minute. I'm going to snub my video, and then I will see you guys back here in 2 minutes for our live facial demo.